Alright, and welcome to a patch notes rundown for Gekishin. Season 3 is literally tomorrow, and they rolled out, well, they not rolled out, they posted their patch notes today. So let me see what they have in store for us. I haven't been playing Gekishin for quite a while because I was busy, and I will be back for Season 3. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna play though. It is quite hectic in my life currently. So we'll see. Anyway, let's start right off with the buffs. Super Saiyan Trunks finally gets a buff. He finally gets a buff, and it is to reduce his cooldowns. It is a start. He needed a bit more. He needed like HP buff. But from 12 to 10 seconds and from 9 to 4 is actually huge. And not that, but I mean, skill 3 is not that widely used on Trunks, but it is a start for sure. And also his second skill is probably his mobility, basically his whole mobility depends on his second skill. And having it reduced, reduced cooldown on it is huge, especially with backstab, which turns this to 5 seconds later instead of 6. So you can escape much, I mean not much, but easier. Next is Cooler. Cooler's skill 1 gets buffed. His cooldown gets reduced from 6 to 5. Okay. The ratio of continuous damage for Pillar of Fire increases. Okay, so overall increase to 5 seconds. That's actually quite a lot. So people will bleed out more likely. Damage intervals of continuous damage of Pillar by decrease. Wait, does that mean that it ticks faster? So not only does it last longer, it ticks faster. If that's what I understand, if I understand correctly. That's actually... So that basically doubles this. It doubles his whole skill 1. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. The next line literally says it halves it. Is it really a buff then? I mean, yeah, it still is. It still is. At the end of the day, it still is. Yeah, for sure. I do think he needed a bit more. I do think he needed a bit more to be more relevant. But let's continue. Deborah. I don't have any experience playing Deborah. I know how to play against Deborah, but I myself have not really played much Deborah at all. But let's see. AoE range. So I know that he has like a field around him that can petrify. Purification build up on enemy heroes within AoE decreased. Wait, what? Oh yeah, okay. By decreasing means it's faster. Okay, it's good. Cooldown reduced. Duration of no vanish step decreased. Okay, this is a nerf, right? Duration of movement speed. Boost effect when moving towards enemy pierce decrease. Wait, isn't that all? These are nerfs. I mean, maybe they tested it and he was a bit too strong. Who knows? Movement speed, moving towards an enemy pierced by spear. Okay, he gets. It's adjusted. I don't understand why this was put in buffs. Because his skill 3 was nerfed. Yeah, this is weird. The positioning of this is weird. Okay, Helper Crash. Yeah, ever since they increased the cooldown from 50 to 60, no one's been using him. I don't think people are gonna use him anyway, because the new divine draws are like the clouds, HP, and the vanish thing. And walls are no issue for... Actually, yeah, it's no issue. Vegeta can still use any wall to stun you. Okay, divine draw combo. So... Out of decoy, you get increased movement speed and vanish recovery. Vanish step cooldown recovery increased. Oh, but out of decoy is like the second skill, second card, right? So you get more speed and you get vanish back faster, which paired up with the new divine draw that gives you more vanish, like reduces vanish already. I think this might actually be viable. I already looked over it, and I think they also nerfed barrier, so this might actually give this one the edge. And Guardian Angel damage reduction increase. So this, I'm not sure if this is enough compared to I'm not sure what the one with Jiren on it. I'm not sure if this is enough to replace it for tanks. But it definitely is a start, because I think Baby will definitely benefit from this. Other than that, maybe Caulifla. Vegeta to some extent, because he can just put up his shield and just absorb the damage that your allies take. Because this is the card that gives you that transfers damage from the allies to you. Now we'll see how this plays out. Super Saiyan Goku. Oh boy, they gutted this guy. Additional input effect of Kaioken change stagger to movement speed down. So he literally does not stun anymore. This is actually a humongous nerf. People started to max out skill 2 because of this, because he's stunned. But now it's not there. So this already puts him like to top 2 or top 3 DPS. Then Kaioken got nerfed. He's only having 1 charge overall, but his movement speed got slightly increased. Yeah, okay, this is not enough. Spirit Bomb. Time until impact, so they delayed it further. Distance before damage fall-off begins decreased. So you need to be literally on top of the boss for this to do damage. I mean, after at level 11, no one cares anymore because the Spirit Bomb is so big, it doesn't really matter. Duration of the impact reduced. Yeah, I'm glad that they nerfed this, because the Spirit Bomb was on the ground, and if you walk through it, you still got the damage. So this definitely will make it not so obnoxious to run around it. Okay, damage decreased overall, and Kaioken input damage. But was this calculated on top of the 4000? Because that would make sense, right? Otherwise, actually, was it? Because even if you put Kaioken now, it doesn't give you additional damage. Yeah, it doesn't give you additional damage. So I don't know. But overall, Goku is out of the boss meta, most likely. Maybe in lower elo, he'll still be viable, but in high elo, I don't think you people are going to use him that much anymore. He'll still be usable, don't get me wrong. You still can secure bosses with him, it's just going to be much, much harder. And his utility of stunning people was really important for a lot of team fights. Anyway, Goku Mini. Strike damage increase per 0.1 seconds decrease. So him attacking you with his stick does more than less than wait. It does a third less damage. Okay, maximum increased value. Yeah, they got it this auto attacks, I think. Which they buffed in the first season, now they gutted it. He'll still be usable for the fights, I think. Because his main damage doesn't come from auto attacks, his main damage comes from his Glorio and Pansy Bomb. Divine Draw. Lightning Swift gets... Okay, this is because the Vanish Step card. Because otherwise this would be way so much better. Snowballs. Overall, you lose damage and additional build-up. So you need to get 5 kills and you get less damage. Okay. Now, this is the huge one. Build-up got nerfed again. So bad. So, before it was, I think it was like 10 damage increase. 10 defense increase. Then I buffed it up to 30 and now they're going down to 15 again. On top of that, you need 3 NPCs instead of 2, so you need 30 kills at least. Actually, well, never mind. They delayed it more, like additional number of all defense. Oh, actually, no, it's not that much of a nerf then. I mean, it is a nerf, but you will need like 45 45 mobs to get the full benefits. which if you're behind, that's not more likely not possible. Especially if everyone goes build up, I don't think this will be viable because there's not enough, like, you don't get enough mobs for everyone to build it up. Build it up, right? Solid barrier, finally a nerf. This should be 1 second. This should be 1 second, not 1.5 seconds. And cooldown increase. This is huge for boss fights. Because if you just touch your opponents once before a boss, they don't have barrier for 15 seconds. So basically, they're losing one freaking divine card before the boss even starts. Which is why I'm assuming they want you to use the Art of Decoy, because this is permanent, right? Same as actually, hold up. Is Art of Decoy Art of Decoy is the second card, I think, and this one's also the second card, right? Where is it? Solid barrier, second card. So I think that's what they're trying to do: to shift people away from Solid Barrier and go for Art of Decoy. But I do think people are still going for Solid Barrier, at least people that know how to play, because you can just keep away from the boss until it's time before fighting. That's another issue I have with the game. It's because it's so boss reliant. I hope that the next season with Gekishin, it won't, like, it will shift a bit. I don't have much expectations, but hopefully at least. And defensive step, additional cooldowns, yeah, because of the divine draw. Okay, that's understandable. Now adjustments. I don't understand why they didn't nerf Gohan or what's it called, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because Gohan is still obnoxious to fight. It's not fun to fight him, it's just obnoxious. Most people don't know how to play him. I don't even know how to play him. I just spam my skills and someone dies. Because it does so much damage and stuns you with every third hit. And it works. And you barely see a difference between a good Gohan player and a bad Gohan player because the skill ceiling is so low. You can just spam everything and hope for the best. So yeah, that's one critique point. And Vegeta is... I played a bit after his nerfs, and I don't feel the nerfs. I literally do not feel the nerfs at all. Anyway, Gotenks. His Donut got buffed. Yeah, Donut got buffed by 0.1 seconds, and this Ghost got nerfed by 1 second. And does do less damage. Yeah, very questionable. Very questionable. And round 18, Lightning Step, apply. Okay, so she doesn't silence you anymore. That's actually big. That's actually big. Cooldown decreased and Assault Rush and stacks increased. Yeah, that's definitely enough. This one effect made her quite strong early game because you could just spam it and your opponents couldn't do anything against it. But now your opponents can still just fight back. Okay, limit breaking jump. Conditions change. While Vanishing Step is on cooldown, before its cooldown ends, while Vanishing Step is on cooldown. Yeah, okay, because I think this, yeah, addition is cool. Wait, is this because the divine draw? That means that you get... Wait, what? Okay, so you get the double vanish, but it takes longer for the limit breaking jump to come back. If I understand this correctly, you can double vanish. Your initial vanish might come back faster than 6 seconds. But while it's on cooldown, there is an internal cooldown for the limit breaking jump, which makes it so you can't vanish immediately, but you need to wait for this 6-second cooldown to go over. I mean, it makes sense, right? Otherwise, you could just keep jumping all over the place. Bug fixes. Fix an issue where ghosts remain undetected if the hero it was following was not detected. Wait, what? Fix an issue where ghosts remain undetected if the hero it was following was... Oh, so it followed characters that they didn't see, and the ghost would just hit them without your opponent seeing the ghost hitting them. That's a bug they should have fixed, like when Gotek's released, right? Anyway, improvements. If the targeted God of Destruction is KO'd while charging Gekishin Burst, or after charging it, but before it deals damage, Gekishin Burst will now be interrupted and the stock for the activated skill will not be consumed. Okay. This is good. This is actually good. Because people were spamming the tower, and when 3 people spammed the tower, but it only took 1 damage, 1 more damage tick, people lost their skills. Okay, this is fine. But they should address chip damage, honestly. Otherwise, yeah. Matchmaking. Change matchmaking to reduce the likelihood of being matched with the same party twice in a row. This doesn't affect low ranks. Low ranks you probably face maybe the same people like once or twice a day, but in higher ranks it means that you have to just sit longer in the queue for the same match that you would have gotten before this patch. Because I don't know if you guys watch Ape, but Ape basically has to wait until another stack comes online so you can match them over and over and over again, because there's no other team that can match him because of his points are too high. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this matchmaking change. Because in Europe, you barely get any matches, especially in high ranks. That's not the same case in Japan or NA, I feel like. But this I have to see how it plays out. It's not gonna be noticeable like in early season, because everyone's gonna get reset, so everyone's at C rank anyway. But we'll see. Custom battle, change the number of battle participants from a fixed 8 players to 4 to 8. So you can do 2v2s or 3v3s. Or maybe even 1v4. I have to look into that, because that would mean you could actually I don't think it's possible to 1v4, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's possible. You don't have any boss, I mean you have boss secure, but you probably die for it, and if you die, they get the double Xendo. But 2v4 maybe. 2v4 I could see people actually winning if they're good, and people on the other team are not so good. Menu, edit, delete user data to other. Yeah, okay, so you can basically just quit the game, unless you have a Bandai account linked. Then I think you need to delete your Bandai account before you can do that. And that's it. Yeah, overall I think it's not the patch that I mean, it is a good patch that they kind of addressed Goku, but that's pretty much it. They didn't address Ultimate Gohan, they didn't address Vegeta, they didn't address chip damage, they didn't address buffs. Like Cell didn't get buffed, Boo didn't get buffed, Krillin didn't get adjusted, yeah, Toppo, the low ranks in the the low rank characters didn't get any buffs or nerfs, and actually buffs, like Baby didn't get buffed. This list should be at least 8 characters, 8 to 10 characters that should get buffed in this patch. Because it should push new fresh air into the game, right? So what better way is to, well, 1 is to release a new character, and 2 is to make old characters relevant again. They did buff Deborah, and I'm curious to see how this plays out, but this is also nerf, right? So we'll see. Tanks, yeah, Cooler did get buffed, but it's only his damage. It is whatever, like, you throw Ray in, and then he's still the same Cooler as before. Caulifla, I don't think she needs a buff nor a nerf. He's fine. Baby needs a buff. Cell needs a buff, and Vegeta needed a nerf. And Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta needed a buff as well, or at least some adjustments, because he doesn't do anything for the team. He's like such a selfish character that it doesn't make a difference if you have him on the team or not. You'd rather have a Caulifla on your team, or even Cooler, who has some AoE. CC. As for nerfs, yeah, Gohan didn't get nerfed, Piccolo didn't get nerfed. Actually, Piccolo doesn't need a nerf, but maybe nerf him slightly late game, because his special beam cannon is, I mean, it has its trade-off. It's really hard to stop him, But if you stop him, he doesn't do anything for the boss anymore. Other than that, a Trunk... well, Trunks did get buffed. Who else? Who else is top tier? Gammas didn't get touched at all. Like, the Gammas are probably top 1 right now. Top 1 or top 2. Super Saiyan 3 didn't get buffed or adjusted. Bojack didn't get buffed or adjusted. He's good, but people realize that he doesn't do too much for the team. He has he's consistent damage. He's tanky, but other than that, actually his field is really good for team fights. Maybe leaving him alone is fine. Who else? Topo need a slight buff. Who else? I think that's pretty much shit for DPS. Yeah. Anyway, and yeah, of course, improvements. They didn't address any dodging, because the first game when I came back, literally the first game I came back to the game, someone dodged, and we wasted like 5 minutes getting another game. So they should punish dodgers by, like, if they would have lost 20 points or 25 points against me, they should lose at least 50, and it stacks to 75, 100. The more they dodge, the more they should lose. Because I'd rather they should play and lose than me wasting my time jumping into the matchmaking and then having to wait 20 minutes for one game that they dodge again. So if they dodge because they don't want to lose points. So one way to tackle dodging is to just reduce more points that they would have lost anyway. Some people say they don't want to play against 4 stacks, and I get that. But at least play the game then. Like, if they don't care about points, okay, they can dodge. But if they only care about points and they don't want to face 4 stacks, then I think they should look for another game, unless of course the Gekishin does something about the 4 stacking queue. Because you either have a duo queue, a solo duo queue, then everyone matches everyone, like like in League. Or you have a separate 4 stack versus 4 stack, which will be desert, literally. Which will literally desert if they do that. Because there are not enough 4 stacks, especially in high ranks. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope Season 3 gets better, because Season 2 got kind of boring with all the boss rushing and having to position correctly for the boss, otherwise the enemy gets the boss. And because of build-up, everyone's tanky, so you can't even kill them when they misposition. But they get the boss, so they have the boss buff and do more damage than you. It was messy. Yeah, I hope Vegito changes stuff. I don't think it will. Gekishin will definitely delay a bit of the boss fights. But we'll see. I'm excited. And hope you are too. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Peace.